Hey guys, Prestone Mage here, bringing you another round of our Rivals of Ixalan draft. This is round 2. If you haven't watched round 1 or the draft, you can watch that on the channel. I made a couple swaps to the deck. One is to include this card over this kind of like mediocre 2-drop. I don't know, I'm just going to try it out, see if it's much better than that card. And I added a Sea Legs over the 5th Crashing Tide just to diversify some of the costs of our non-creature spells, and just have a little bit of like sort of like instant speed interaction. And also too, it's a permanent too, it goes with that. There's a little bit of synergy there. We have more on the board too. Anyway, let's get started. If you guys like the content, go ahead and like the videos, comment on them, or subscribe, whichever you prefer. You don't have to, but you can. Yeah, this is my second draft of Rivals of Ixalan on MTGO. The first one is also on the channel, and I've drafted it twice in paper, so not that many times. Technically, it's my 4th draft of the set. I also played the pre-release at Kingslayer, which was pretty wild. That's like an own story, not nothing with the story, but because of there's this dog, there's a loose dog that ran through the parking lot. My friend and I were like really caring over like animals, especially dogs. So a lot of the customers like took the initiative to try to like catch the dog, return it to its rightful owner. Long story was that we ended up getting the dog to the owner. The owner of Kingslayer Games actually even offered to take the dog home for the night, which is awesome. And they also even gave my friend a nice little Planeswalker deck with the booster packs and everything, just for kind of like, I don't know, in a way being inconvenienced by this like unfortunate random circumstance. Alright, let's get into this game. Alright, so we decided to play. We have 2 lands, 2 2-drops, and like 3 3-drops. Mostly not even just 3 3-drops, but like a removal spell followed by, yeah, just a good curve. So I think we'll keep this for sure. Probably play the Looter on 2 so that we can play Cutlass on 3. I'm not sure which is better. I don't know if it's better to just lead with the Soldier and try to play the Looter after attacking to get the trigger, but it may not matter that much. Alright, so this is where we're at. So if I want to play this on 3, then it doesn't really matter what we do. I could take an aggressive approach and just play like Shipwreck, followed by this and attack, but it only gets it to a 4-2, so the toughness isn't that good. So if they play a creature, it's likely just going to be able to trade with it. So let's just lead with this, and then we'll follow with our other vampire. So it looks like we're playing against vampires. So that thing's likely going to be able to untap. Let's just play our guy and pass. Our equipment's a lot better too with our lifelink guy because we can gain more. It's 2 to equip. So to play and equip it's 5. Okay, a 3-3. I wonder if they're going to attack with their 3-3. Probably not. Cool. So if we bounce that and they play it again, we might be able to burn them again. So we can't play Cutlass and equip it. I wonder if we should try to attack, play Looter, ditch our planes, and then hope to find a blue source. Let's just try to get a raid trigger and see what goes on from there. So we'll probably either play Looter or Cutlass. Probably Looter. Just to kind of get some value from it. Crashing Tide. So, like all of our cards, I think I'm going to actually ditch the planes. I know we can't play our 4th land drop, which really sucks, but I want like all of these spells. They're pretty good. And Crashing Tide's likely going to cantrip or draw us into another land. So they're attacking for 6 with 4 open mana. We could risk a double block, but then it's really bad for us if they have something. I think I'll just take it now because I've got a lot of removal. So I might be able to like remove something and then just attack back versus like block with a couple of my guys and possibly lose them to a combat trick. Alright, so I think we just start by bouncing this guy and attacking for 6. Update a land drop. Play a martyr. Oh, we can't play a martyr. I'm just gonna play Boo. Gain some of that life that we lost. Alright, cool, we got there. So I wonder how good. Let's see, how close are we to ascend? 7. So if we drew like Snubhorn and played it like something else, then we'd be at like 9. So we'd be pretty close to ascend. And it'd be the biggest creature on the board. The 2/2 doesn't really do that much against this board. I mean, look at the opponent's creatures. So this Pirate Cutlass can help us like get in for big chunks in the air, or maybe help us gain a bunch of life with our lifelinker guy. Okay, so that still dies to our guy unless they have something. So more significantly, they get to untap their thing versus like the 1 life drain. So we'll take 6, go to 9. We might want to play, if we can, play Cutlass. Let's see if we get a land. Okay, if we got a land. So play Cutlass, attach it to this guy. Attack with everything, I think. Just gain a bunch of life. Alternatively, we can attack with just all 3 guys without playing Cutlass. They'll probably take 6 or maybe try to block this guy right here. And then we could bounce their guy with our Deadeye Rig Hauler. Then it'll be like these 2 guys, Deadeye Rig Hauler against this and this. This should be tapped. I'm at 9. I think that's probably the best because it utilizes our mana the best. There's also playing Water Knot and Martyr, so like Water Knotting this, attacking for 6, and then playing this guy. They can attack us for 6. I think I like having the creature on board and just letting our guy get killed. I should have waited till after combat to play that. Yeah, let's just do that. See if the opponent has something. Okay, we'll play our Rig Hauler. Oops. Extra mana. For that guy. If they want to play it again, they're going to lose 2 life unless they play another pirate. So we're looking really good in this position. The opponent missed like land drops, a lot of cards in hand. Possibly they didn't have double black for certain things during the their turn. But let's see, like even if we don't, I'm trying to think like if they don't concede, if we can get through our next turn without casting Water Knot, because that would kind of conceal that card for us. And we don't want to let them know that we have it in our deck going into game 2 if we don't have to. Just meaning like because they can board in like enchantment removal, like Cleansing Ray. So we know they have the 3-mana Pirate. If they play that and not a land though, they can only play, they only have like 1 additional mana to cast something. So if they play it and they choose to block 2 of our guys, then and they don't have anything else, then they'll go to 1. Because like this blocks, I don't know, here the 3/3 blocks R3 2, and then they take, 4. Ooh, so they're gonna just go 4, which puts them at like lethal if they just double block. So yeah, or if they block 1/1. Alright, so vampires. We saw a lot of 3/3 sized guys. We didn't see many pirates, so like, well, we saw like the 3/3s. So I'm just trying to think how good this is. So they're probably gonna play first, meaning we'll be on the draw. And they might be able to make tokens, so our X1s might be worse. Except for these guys, really. Maybe a companion comes out. And maybe this comes in instead. I don't know, but this can trade with their hoarders. So yeah, because a lot of their guys that they played are 3 power. So that might be okay actually. We got 3-mana 2/2 for us. I don't know if we're getting there on Ascend. Yeah, I don't really see anything that really stands out as just a way to like, really just get ahead. I think let's just keep it. Yeah, I watch a lot of limited videos from Channel Fireball content providers like Ben Stark, LSV, a lot of the guys that put limited content up, Reed Duke. So I don't know. That's some good information, good strategic advice if you guys want to get maybe some great content from some great pros in terms of strategic limited content or other stuff. Alright, let's see here. So also, I mean, some of the stuff I learned a lot of times is just from stuff I've learned from watching them play over, like years and years and whatever. Alright, anyway, okay, they kept some mulligan to 6 cards. I like our hand. We have a lot of lands, but we have something to do on turns 2 and 3. So let's keep, and then we have both colors, so I think it's definitely a keep. It's nice that Crashing Tide can draw us a card too. So we have the option of playing one of these guys, one or the other, next turn. I don't know which one to play. See what the opponent does. I think we should probably land Kitesail Corsair first. And then we can just maybe start clocking the opponent as in attacking them. They're on a 10 turn clock. 2 times 10 equals 20. Let's see how many of these guys they get. So they got 2 more, or 1 more. Oh, just 1. Nope, we don't want to trade. Sure. Okay, no, we're not blocking. Okay, cool. Ooh, Cutlass. We might want to just take this turn off and play Cutlass, actually. It saves our guy from Skullduggery, but that's pretty conservative. I might want to just add to the board, though. I don't want to attack the 4-2. Maybe that seems pretty decent. He uses the mana pretty well, and at least we get some value from it this turn. Yeah, so my plan changed, but yeah, hold on one sec. Dog scratching. Okay, that guy. Let's see what they get. So its ability is whenever another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So they get to pump their guy after tutoring or searching their library for a vampire of their choice to put on top of their library. So we'll see what they get. Okay, Voracious Vampire. Okay, attacking for 4, that's fine. I kind of want to use our Martyr of Dusk to like block and then use our token to block that, but I don't know if that'll happen. Alright, so Sea Legs looks pretty good on here, and just like what I talked about, like being able to play like, you know, varying the mana costs of some of your spells, like, you know, I wouldn't be able to play double Crashing Tide this turn, but I can play like Sea Legs and Crashing Tide. So I wonder what I should bounce. If they play their guy, it can give something +1/+1 menace, and then this pumps it as well. So I know it's bad to like, it may be bad to bounce that, but it saves us from a point of damage, I guess, from the trigger. So we can attack them, or we can just play Martyr plus like Sea Legs. Huh. Let's just play. We have a pretty good clock, so let's just play Crashing Tide plus Sea Legs. Okay, we could always use Sea Legs defensively too. Yeah, so they're gonna try to clock us for 5. They'll only take 3. Yeah, so bouncing that guy last turn like means like they can't just. It's not late in the game where they can play this and that card that we bounced. They have to like kind of choose one or the other. So luckily we can still get there, get in with our Kite Sail Corsair. Just evasive. It's kind of like playing with a Delver almost and like, you know, protecting it. So we have 5 mana. We can play another Crashing Tide and like a 2-drop. Or we can just play double 2-drop and then Crashing Tide on their turn. If we draw another land, we can like double removal spell their thing. I think I like playing double 2-drop. Legion Conquistador says 0-2. So we're in a kind of a decent position, I think. Well, actually, no. The opponent has a lot more cards than us, so we kind of want to end the game ASAP. I think I'm willing to trade Martyr for Martyr. If they attack with like both of their guys. Or maybe I don't, because that gives them an untapped creature to block with. So if they attack for 4, we're like, alright, we'll go to 7. Okay, so they're just going to attack that guy. It's fine, and this guy can block as well. But luckily he doesn't trade with one of our guys. Impale, oh, alright. He got us. So luckily we still... Okay, so they're at 8. And we have 6 mana. This costs 2 to equip. +2/+1. So that could be a 4/2 and that could be a 5/2. We can bounce one of their guys. I kind of like bouncing one of their guys. And then equipping, which is 5 mana. Yeah, so let's do that. I think we'll put this so that's they're either gonna take 3 or 4 instead of 5, because I think they'll just chump with the 5. So let's equip here, and then hold on a second. Let's just play. Oh, we already. Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, Crashing Tide on this thing. We drew an island. Combat. How many Crashing Tides did we use? 2. So we still have 2 more. So they'll go to 5. See what they do. They go to 4, which is risky, and they only have 2 lands. So that's funny, like even this guy can trade with our guy. It's also a 2/1. So actually both of the guys can trade with our guys. So it's kind of, I guess, like, yeah, that play helped us get damage in last turn. I don't, ooh, they're attacking, wow. But unfortunately, I just bounced like a 2 mana spell. So they're able to like recast it without much consequence for them. So let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have Ascent actually. So this guy can kind of close the game out by himself. So I think we actually water not this. we attack because they're at 4, meaning they can't jump here, which is good. They have to jump here. And then we play our guy. And actually, I don't know about playing our guy. Because if they play that -2/-2 thing, we just kind of lose. Because if we had more mana, we can play the Slippery Scoundrel and equip to where we have, like, its top distance is at 3, so it can survive the -2/-2, but right now it doesn't, so we'll just keep it in hand. There's no reason to really play it right now. We're just facing the 2/2, so we don't need to play it onto. We don't really want to lose to something like that. And again, I mentioned it in the other ones, and that's just one of the things I've learned over the years from watching players a lot better than I am at this on video coverage or on their content. And it's just that, you know, when you're ahead, that's a lot of times players play a little bit more conservatively. All right. So they get a 2/2, have 2 blockers, sure. So I don't think they got another one. Alright. So I wonder if we want to attack. I'm just going to block. Yeah, let's not do that. Actually, we have a 1/1 with lifelink though, if they do that. And it removes one of their guys. I don't mind doing that actually. And it gives us a little bit of value from our cut list because we're going to move it over, I think, anyway. So block likely there. Okay. We'll get a little guy. Play this. Super invisible stalker. Alright. Let's see what happens. Kind of edict proof, I think. Oh, is he going down his own way? He is. Alright guys, stay tuned for the 3rd and final round of our Rivals of Ixalan draft.